Hi ladies, so this will be your makeup look for the year. I'm super excited to share it with you guys. So what you're going to be getting is some Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette in Dark Magic, and then you're getting a lippy primer by ColourPop, and then the color Snowflake by ColourPop. So what I'm going to start out with is taking my primer. This will help hold on the makeup the entire competition day, and I'm just going to apply it all over my face. So there's different types of primers per what your skin texture is. So if you find that you're dry, I would suggest getting a moisturizing one. If you find that you're oily, get an oil-free one. Just use whatever you feel is necessary to help hold on your makeup the longest. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and take a foundation. I would really recommend full coverage, and we're just gonna put 3 squirts across our face. Less is more. I would recommend applying small amounts first. You can see as far that this goes really far, and it was just 3 little dots, so I would really recommend using small amounts because you're able to add on more. You can't take extra off unless you take off your entire face, and that sucks. So make sure you get it all across your face, including your hairline and on your neck. I had to think about that word. You guys ever have that moment where like you're trying to think of a word that's like an everyday word and you just cannot think of it? That's me every day. Sorry about the awkward pauses, you guys. Our editing software is not currently working, so you just have to deal with my lovely awkward pauses. I would recommend, if you're trying to get it across your face, I would do little swipes, and then when you're trying to blend it in, tap it into place. Now this beauty blender is damp, so what you do with them is you stick them underwater, and then you wait till it soaks up all the water, and then you squeeze out all the excess water so it's still slightly damp. Your beauty blender is going to swell, and this will help with how much foundation the beauty sponge collects, because you do not want it to like soak up all your foundation. So now we're moving on to concealer. I put it under my eyes, on my chin, forehead, and nose. Again, a common everyday word that I could not think of in that exact moment. So some really good concealers are the Tarte Shape Tape, which I'm sure all you guys know about. And then there's also the Makeup Revolution one, which is actually on sale right now because it's Black Friday. At least I still think it's on sale. It's like $4.90 right now, and it's really great. Everybody raves about it. I'm actually about to go buy one myself. So those are some options for you guys. And then we're going to take our beauty blender again, and we're going to tap the concealer into place. This I would not suggest swiping because it'll lift up your foundation underneath. So make sure you do not do that. I thought my cat was in here. And just swipe it and tap it. I said don't swipe. I'm sorry. Tap it all across. Okay. And now we're gonna go ahead and take our powder. I pour it inside the lid, and then I take the beauty blender again, and then I tap it under my eyes. This way your eyeshadow doesn't have fallout all over your face that smears, and then also so it doesn't crease. It makes your foundation and concealer look a lot more flawless. So I would really recommend this step, especially if you're doing eyeshadow after your face makeup. So yeah. And now we're going to get to the fun part, which is the eyeshadow. So what I'm going to take is this shade, which is this light brown color. I'm going to take it on a small crease brush like this, tap off the excess, and put it all across above your crease, because you don't want it inside the crease, because that makes your eye look darker than what they did back then, because this look is based off of the makeup style of the time period. Now, if you guys are a double, do not worry about changing your eyeshadow look between shows, because I basically made them the same. You're welcome. The only thing that you guys will have to change is your lipstick, and if you guys are wearing a different color highlighter, like Corlier's highlighter should be silver, which there's a silver in this palette, because it matches the closers, so please follow that. If you're wearing like a gold for this show, I would recommend putting a silver over top if you're going to Corlier's next. But that's enough about that. Once you have a pretty heavy base of the light brown color down, then you're going to go into the shade Mojo, which is this dark brown color. Put your brush in it, tap off the excess, and then put it underneath the shade that you just put. So this can go slightly on the lid. I actually want it slightly on the lid. Like, it should be on the very corner of your eyes. And just get a pretty decent amount of that on. Sorry, I'm using like the terms a little bit, a tad, stuff like that. I just don't know how else to really explain them. Don't carry it all the way to your inner corner, because that will make your eyes look way too dark. And then blend them out underneath of the light brown shade that you just put down. After that, you're going to go into the shade Poof, which is this light cream color, and I would suggest taking it on a finger and then patting it all over your eye where you don't have any of the light brown shade. If you get on the light brown shade, that's fine, because you're going to be blending the brown shade back into place anyway. If you guys are of a darker skin tone, then I would really recommend using whatever shades work for you in this palette. So if is too light for you, then I would suggest using Mojo and Temptress. What you're basically doing is just trying to get the look that I designed across. So if you have to use different colors, that's completely fine. Just try not to deviate away from this look. Okay, so now that that is down, we're going to go ahead and take our eyeliner, and I would really suggest for beginners getting a pen like this, because it's a lot easier to handle. But if you guys use a like gel liner, a like brush eyeliner, stuff like that, that's completely fine. Just use what you feel comfortable with. And so what I'm going to do is do small little strokes to create a bar eyeliner, and then I'm going to flick it out to create a like medium-sized wing. You don't want the eyeliner to be really thick. You want it to be, you want to be able to see the eyeshadow underneath is the point that I'm trying to say. So make sure that you keep it decently thin, but you still want it to be thick enough that you're able to see it underneath the lashes. I would play music in the background of this video, but considering that there's copyright issues, let's not do that. So I would really like to stress that your makeup does not have to be like completely perfect. Your eyeliner doesn't have to be completely on fleek, because judges are really far away from you. So they're not going to notice if like one wing is slightly above the other, or if one's slightly thicker than one. Just do your best with what you have, and Just have fun with it. Don't worry about it. So what I do with wings is where my upper lash line and my lower lash line crease, I take a line and I extend it outwards to try and meet my eyebrow. Obviously, you're not going to meet your eyebrow, but you guys get the point. And then I just create a little triangle and then I fill it in. As you can see, my wings aren't perfect, and that's completely fine. So now we're going to take a really big powder brush like this, and then we're going to dust away all of the excess powder. Once you've done that, then you can take the rest of the powder that's in your lid and apply it over the rest of your face. That way your entire face is set. A lid fell on my lap. That's what that was. Once you have that done, then you can go back into the palette and take, which is the light brown shade, as I said, tap off the excess, and then go under your eyes. You want to carry it about halfway through, and you don't want it to be a stiff line against your bottom lash line because that just looks harsh from far away, and you just want to blend it out. Don't make it super heavy because then you're going to look like a raccoon. So just apply small amounts until you get enough pigmentation that you're able to slightly see it. Once you have that done, then I would go in with, there it is, with your mascara. Get the extra stuff off, and then coat your lashes. Bottom and top. Once you have that done, then I would suggest taking, oh, they're right here. I would suggest taking your eyelashes and getting them coated with glue. So I put a little bit on my thumbnail, and then I glide the bands of the lashes through. With lashes, I would suggest getting pretty big ones. Don't get like the super small ones by like Kiss, the really natural ones. I would not suggest getting those because you want your eyes to look big and bold from far away, and lashes really help with that. So if you get natural ones, then they're just going to underplay your eyes, and you do not want that. So get pretty big ones. I'll show you these once I'm done coating this lash. It actually needs more glue. Here it is. Okay. So I'd say this is pretty small. Like for show choir, I would suggest getting something like this, or if you really want to go big or go home, I would suggest getting a guy like this. I love this one. These are by Eyelure. I would really suggest getting lashes that you know will last you throughout almost the entire competition season. Do not get the super thin band ones because they won't last. Because you're just going to have to continue to go and buy more, which is not fun because they're expensive. So I would suggest getting Eyelure. They're a really good brand. And yeah. So while those dry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some of my face stuff. So I'm going to do my eyebrows first. And I just use my brow pomade. Did it dry out? No, we're good. So I take it on a brush, like a angle brush like this, and then I just push it throughout all the sparse areas of my eyebrows. You don't want your eyebrows to be like, what's the right word? Like super heavy. You want them to look natural yet defined. I would suggest, if you're a beginner, getting a eyebrow pencil. NYX has some really good ones. Anastasia's are amazing. Just get whatever you feel most comfortable with and use that. This tutorial is basically just showing you how to do the eye look and the lipstick, and then the rest is like extra. You should do your foundation and all that, but you can do them in whatever steps and with whatever products you guys feel most comfortable with. And then once you have those done, check on your lashes. They still look kind of wet, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my contour. So I take a cheek brush like this, and then take my bronzer / contour, tap off all the excess, and then I tap it into place first, and then blend out as I need. I put it over my cheekbones, my forehead, and on the sides of my nose. Again, the reason why I put them in all these areas is that way my face has coloration from far away, because you're gonna look like a ghost from far away. So you really want to make sure your face is well defined. And then blender out. Still look kind of wet. So we're gonna go ahead and do my blush with the lovely brush that the mamas got me from Camp Merce. And we're gonna dip into a natural, keyword natural, shade of blush, tap off the excess, apply more than you think you need, because again, you want coloration from far away, and blush is the best way to do it. Because you want to look rosy and adorable from far away. That was really ugly. And then apply it on wherever else you feel like your face looks kind of pale. So I put a little bit on my nose, my chin, and my forehead. Once you're done with that, check on your lashes again. This one just has a thick bit of glue, so we're going to fix that. Is the other one done? Yes. So what I do is I grab it from the middle / outside, and then I place it down in the middle first, like that, and then I lead the outer corner into place, and then I kind of strain my eye and I put the inner corner into place. And then I press them into place with my fingers, and I press them into my natural lashes. This one has a bunch of little dog hairs on it. That sounds really gross, sorry. No. Whatever. Anyway, so I would suggest trimming the band before you put them on, because if they're too big for your eyes, then they're really gonna hurt. So make sure you trim them, that way they fit over like 4/5 of your eye. And then lead them into place. This one went on a lot easier than the other one. And we're just gonna keep on trucking, and we're gonna take a highlighter brush like this, and we're gonna go ahead and dip into a highlighter. I would suggest don't put on a ton, and that's coming from me, because back then they didn't obviously wear highlighters, so this is just like a little extra tidbit to make your face look a little bit more glam, but you don't want it to take away from your performance. So small amount is okay, just do not go crazy. I would suggest using a pinky or gold shade for this show, and I'm going to apply it on my cheekbones, on my kind of brow bone area, inner corners of my eyes, my cupid's bow, and then on the tip of my nose. And then make sure you blend that out. And now, what else am I missing? I think it's just lipstick. So I'm gonna take the lippy primer. I'm gonna put it all over my lips. It works best if your lips are not dry, so make sure you guys moisturize. And then take your lipstick and apply it as normal. And then once you have that down, then I would suggest using a an oil control setting spray and I would apply it all over your face. I hit my face. That was really lame. I'm so sorry. And yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys at least semi-enjoyed the video. I'm gonna also post pictures of what this looks like, that way you guys can look at a still picture of this, and I'm also gonna post what the hair is. And yeah, I hope we have an amazing competition season. I hope you girls have an amazing day. Thank you so much for everything.